even to water my plants. We pretty much bathe in a bowl of water because of the water containing so much bad stuff. That when I have used a shower, I get sores on my head. And the hairdresser told me she can definitely tell when I used the shower on my head.
Well, when it came through the faucet, it looked like
That's what it looked like.
that.
Oh, wow.
And the DEP said it was fine to drink.
January 31st of 2008. That's when the water come up looking like iced tea coming out of the well. So they got us drinking water. So they tried to straighten that water up with some kind of treatment system. It wouldn't get the manganese and the iron and all the stuff that was in it out. So they started drilling wells. Well, they went to see about city water. They said, well, we could get city water up here. So they kept drilling the wells, eliminated the city water. I said, what about my spring? A couple months later, the spring disappears when they built a building up there to put our well in with all their stuff in. The spring disappears, so they bring a water buffalo in. And that's, water buffalo has been there since April of 2008. And that's what's watering my cattle. And they want to take it off of us is what they want to do, And that's the only main source of water supply I get from my cattle, Out of all the water tables. And the pond's been fenced off since about August of 2008. Because when they was drilling, all this contaminated water was running in the field and the cattle was drinking it. So my cattle started being born, calves started being born in April. They was dying. Lost 10 calves and a 2.5-year-old up till 2009 of January. And they kept getting worse. The calves, the first one wasn't blind. Like the 6th and 7th one was blind. One had a cleft palate. The last 2 had white eyes, pure white eyes from the water. And they says, there ain't nothing wrong with your water. Same as the drinking water. They said, we didn't ruin your water. And it just went on and on like that, Oh, we didn't do nothing wrong. We didn't do nothing wrong, But then DEP didn't help me. DEP was all for Dominion. Whatever Dominion wanted, that's what they did.
I lived here 29 years and the water was perfect. We put that well in there and we moved here and built this house. And for 29 years the water was perfect. And all of a sudden these people are here and the water's bad. And everybody in town got bad water. I never heard no bad water before this.
I went to a dermatologist and she says, please let me know what's in the water when you come back and I'll see if you're allergic to something. So I called the lawyer and I says, please give me what the water was tested for, what's in it. And he says, I'll give it to you. So, and Friday before I went to the doctor's, he called me, he says, I haven't got the report yet.
Yeah.
And I still haven't got it.
I don't think they're going to give them to us.
I don't know why they won't.
I think it's affecting my legs. My legs are hurting so bad I can't hardly stand anymore. And I can't hardly walk anywhere. It's only been hurting like this last year or so. And I think this water's got something to do with it because we was drinking it up until a year ago. We didn't know any difference. And plus everybody had diarrhea in town. Then we started to see something wrong. And so now we don't drink it no more. We just get bottled water off of Dean's and we cook with that too. But still I have to take a shower here. And they say breathing that water when you're taking a shower ain't good for you. Well, my lungs are going to the dogs here in the last year. I can't hardly do anything without huffing and puffing. And I had pains in here, terrific pains. And now I ain't been getting that so much, but I've been belching all the time. I've never done that all my life. Now I'm always belching gas up, and for no reason at all. I don't know what's going on.
I've taken you can't imagine how many tests I've taken. Whenever I first went, like I was telling him, I was in tears whenever last year ago in January 2009. I went, and I hurt so bad in here, and I had a mark, which I didn't know. I had like a rash or something. He says, well, when did you have this? And I says, I didn't know I had it because it was back here. And so he says, well, keep an eye on it. Well, when I went back, that was gone, but then rash on my arms. Then I still have the rash on my legs. it doesn't stay. If you'd have seen my legs before, they're nothing now. A couple spots in that, but because she gave me this steroid sap, and she said, but you can't use that anymore because you're going to get.
You can see that patch here. Patch here. I
I
had them
know.
down here before. They'd come out blood red, just like that, only blood red.
The first thing, and I stress this to everybody, if this is safe and benign, why would you have all the exemptions in place from clean air, clean water, safe drinking water, the right to know, and a Superfund Act? And the Superfund Act is hazardous cleanup. Because the industry knows it's not a benign process. They know they don't want any liabilities. The liabilities left upon the landowner and the community. And guess what? Prove it. That's their famous saying, prove it. And then they retain all these large law firms, the biggest firms in the area, put them on retainer. It's criminal. The whole thing is criminal.